Hi, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the ESV Lutheran Study Bible in paperback from Concordia Publishing House. I ordered this one off of Amazon. I have the imitation leather version of it too, but right now that's in storage. There's also a full-size version. This is compact compared to the full-size version. Here's what the front cover looks like with Luther's rose symbol, and it says the Lutheran Study Bible. And then on the spine it says the Lutheran Study Bible, and it's got the Concordia Publishing House symbol and Luther's rose symbol. And then here's the back. It gives some information about it, and then here's the ISBN number. I'll include the ISBN in the video description below. Here's some of the features. 26,500 plus uniquely Lutheran study notes, 2,000 application notes and prayers for every part of the Bible, 80,000 center column cross-references, 900 cross-references to 120 full or half-page maps, charts, and diagrams, 31,000 concordance entries, insights from early medieval and Reformation-era church fathers, and he uses the ESV translation, one of the most precise English translations available. As you can see, it's kind of thick. There's no gilding. It's just plain paper, and it's square shaped. It's not rounded like on the imitation leather one. The title page, and then the publisher, what I call the publisher's title page. It lists like some of the people involved. And then here's the copyright page. And let's see if we can find out what text of the ESV this is. This was manufactured in China. Looks like this might have been printed in 2015. It doesn't. It's copyrighted 2009, so I'm not sure which version of the ESV it is because it doesn't indicate which text it is. Someone who knows more about this might be able to say what text it is. I don't know if there was a revision right after 2001 or when the first major revision was. There are some quotes from Luther's Works, American Edition. There's quotations from Concordia, the Lutheran Confessions in here too. Yeah, nothing about what ESV edition is. Here's the table of contents. Before the biblical text, some of the things that are there are an explanation of the engravings, the preface to the English Standard Version, features adapted from the ESV Deluxe Reference Edition, features of the Lutheran Study Bible, reading, understanding, and applying the Bible, how to read and study the Bible, law and gospel identifying God's ways with mankind, the small catechism, the unity of Scripture, the lectionaries, 2-year reading plan, reference guide, and then I think it's an index to the maps, and then place names of the Bible and ancient empires, biblical topics, weights and measures. And then there's an introduction to the book of Moses, introduction to the books of history, introduction to the books of wisdom and poetry, and introduction to the book of prophets. Those are all right before each of those sections. And then there's a timeline between the New Testaments and an article, I think, on the Apocrypha. And then in the New Testament, before the Gospels, there's an introduction. Before the Pauline epistles, there's an introduction. And before the general epistles, there's an introduction. After the biblical text, there's mission challenges for early Christianity. These are articles, I think. The spread of Lutheran mission work. There's the concordance, and then additional prayers. And here's the list of contributors. And that goes on for a few pages, if I remember right. No, it goes on for a couple pages. Then here's what the forward looks like, and then I'll jump to the biblical text. Oh, here's what the biblical topics section looks like. It's a list of biblical topics and tells you where to find them. And then here's the introduction to the book of Moses. It's got some art in there. And then that goes on for a few pages. And then here's the introduction to Genesis. And it's got some art. That previous introduction was the introduction to the Pentateuch. There's an outline. And then we get to the biblical text. Here's the first couple verses of Genesis. The biblical text is up here. It's 2 columns, center column reference. Footnotes are right here, and then you get the footnotes. And the footnotes do have symbols, so it's good to read the introductions in the front of the Bible to explain what the different symbols are. So that will help you, because like the law and gospel symbol looks like an open Bible, but then it's got symbols of a chalice, and I can't make out what the other symbol is right off. It's smaller than I'm used to seeing it, so it's hard to make out. The print in this is okay. The biblical text, the print is very readable, but for me, the print in the study notes is kind of small. But still, it's nice to have this as a convenient way to carry the Lutheran Study Bible around. There's also chapter and verse numbers where each note is. So it's easy to find what note you want. But yeah, the one that I was trying to figure out what the symbols are, I think that's the law and gospel notes. And that will tell you whether it's like a promise of God or if it's a commandment of God, if I remember right. And then there's gospel notes, which have a cross in them. If I remember, that's what those are called. But yeah, it's a really good study Bible, and I'll jump to the poetry section so you can see what that looks like, and then I'll jump to the New Testament. This one I believe is black letter. Here's what Job looks like. It's got a poetry setting. Sometimes there's one word on a line. But yeah, it's a really good study Bible. And then here's what one of the articles looks like. This one's on God's work in healing and suffering. And then I jumped to the New Testament, but I jumped past the Gospels. Hold on. Here's what the introduction to Romans looks like. I'll work back to the Gospels to show you this is black letter. And here's an article here too. 2 articles. One on Beyond the Temple and one on the Office of Public Ministry. So some articles are short enough to where you can have 2 articles to a page. Where Jesus is. Oh, here's what one of the charts looks like. This is the temple in New Testament times. I'm trying to get to where Jesus speaks here. Yeah, it's black letter. Here's Jesus and Pilate talking, and as you can see, it's black letter. I think it's a really good study Bible. And one of the neat things I like about the book introductions, I'll show you right now, is they'll give you quotes from Luther on each book of the Bible. So you can get his perspective. And in the study notes, you'll get sometimes quotes from early church fathers or medieval fathers on the verse you're studying. So it's a really cool way of studying the Bible. And then in the introductions, they'll have like a timeline up here too, at the beginning of an introduction. And then here's what one of the outlines to a book looks like. Really cool Bible. I like it. This one's this one to me is convenient to carry around, even though it's really thick. I've found this helpful. It's a good tool to have, even if whether you're Lutheran or not. Right now, I'm attending a Lutheran church, but I like having this study Bible. It goes good with studying the Small Catechism. And there's a version of the Small Catechism in here. Oh, that's one other thing I forgot to show you. The presentation page. I think this is one of the coolest looking presentation pages I've seen. It says the story of salvation of, and then you'd put the person's name, presented by, and the date on it. I think that's really cool. Overall, I think this is a great study Bible. Whether you're Lutheran or not, I think this is something that you should get. At the very least, if you're not Lutheran, this will give you an understanding of how Lutherans study the Bible and interpret the Bible. And if you're Lutheran, this will give you some wonderful quotes from the early church fathers, from Martin Luther, and it also has the Small Catechism in it, so it's very convenient to have the Bible and the Small Catechism with you. I'm not sure what else to say, but I really like this. The cover for a paperback, the cover is pretty, it's not thick, but it seems like it would do a good job of protecting the Bible. And even though it's a glued binding, I think this one will last a while. And it's not, the cover price, there's no cover price on here. But this one wasn't terribly expensive on Amazon when I got it. You can also get it through CPH. I'm gonna try and put a link to CPH in the description for this one, because I think that might be a better place to get it than Amazon. But if you don't want to get it from CPH, you'd rather get it from Amazon, just order, just Amazon.com. and then type in the Lutheran Study Bible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.